right? And tonight, is Sunday chat. So, Sunday chat is simple. I'll just give you an update on my week. And whenever somebody jumps in here, they get the same. That's it. That's our Sunday chat. Eventually, I would like to make it more like a deep discussion about something, but I think that's going to be next month because this month I'm just jam packed with stuff. And even tonight, since I had a hard time getting started with work today, I still have to finish a project after I get off of this live before I can go to bed. My daughter is still up. She usually goes to bed at this time. So I have to tuck her into bed as soon as this is over, and then I have to finish my other project before I can go to bed. As well as setting up my planner for next week. Now, let's discuss the planner for a minute. As I mentioned over the last week or two, I ordered a planner, and this is the first one that I've had in 3 or 4 years. I've tried many different planners. I've tried bullet journals, and none of them seem to work for me. And I think I finally found out why. I finally found the process that works for me. So, and now I have so much going on in my work life and still trying to hit personal goals as well that I felt it was time for me to try out a planner again. And since I think I have a good process now, I set it up for April. Uh, the first official day I started doing the planner was March 28th because it was on a Sunday. So I started uh, at the beginning of the week. And since I have so many things that I absolutely need to get done in April in order to catch up on all my deadlines, because I was 2 months behind, and then the last 2 weeks of March, I was hustling, busting ass hard, and I made it. I caught up enough where I was 2 weeks or less behind. So I have a lot of stuff to do in April to stay on schedule and catch up on projects that I'm behind. And if I stick to the plan and I get everything accomplished in April that I hope to, I will not only be caught up on all the projects, but I will be just a little bit ahead on some of them as well. And that would make me very happy because I already pushed back the deadlines, well, the release dates on two projects because I wasn't completely. I want those projects to be released on certain months, but I wasn't going to like cry about it if they weren't. Uh, but if I stick to the schedule that I have made myself, if I get caught up, if I get a little bit ahead, I can take the couple projects that I pushed ahead a month and I can bring them back to the original month and I will be okay with that as long as I get everything else taken care of that I need to. And that's mainly going to depend on finances, and that's not entirely in my control. So, uh, this morning, before I got started on any of my work, I looked at my planner and evaluated my week. last week. It was my first full week of using the planner, my first full week of setting goals for each of the three platforms I have, and my personal goals as well. And I wanted to take account of how many goals I reached, how many I exceeded, how many I did not reach at all or any close to, so I can see if the process is working and if I need to tweak it in any way before I move on. And I am going to do this weekly evaluation of the planner every week at the on Sunday mornings. So first thing Sunday morning, after I do my morning routine before I do any work, I want to sit down and reevaluate my planner for the entire last week to see if I need to tweak anything and see how well my progress is doing. And then my plan is to do that monthly as well. Well, I still need to set up my planner before I go to bed. I need to set it up for this week, but it's already like halfway set up for next week, so it shouldn't take me too much longer. But did I write down? Yes, I did. Okay. I wrote down on a post it my week's goal and my actual that I actually got to for each of my work related goals. Uh, Writing in the first draft of Tangled Passwords, I needed to reach 10,002 words for the week. I exceeded it to 10,509 words. I needed to edit 8.6 chapters this week of Lost Star. I actually edited 16. I needed to write one short story. I wrote one short story. I needed to input the edits for one short story. I did that. I needed to draw 1 1/4 coloring pages this week. I did two. Technically, I finished one, and then I also worked on designing the front cover of the book. I'm not going to do the back cover because I have an idea on how I want to design it. I need to wait until I have all the interior pages done. But I went ahead and counted it because I technically did do two things. Now, I didn't realize until I did the evaluation that I also am working on, uh, in April, I'm trying to get the first journal of my Rewrite Your Story journals done this month. I'm trying to get the design completely done on it. It is halfway done, but I have written down in my daily schedule every day to work on journal page or work on journal one, but no specific amounts. I'm just realizing my light is really bad again. Maybe I should turn on another light. Just a second. Okay. I realized in another one of my videos I just had my writing twinkle lights on and the video came out looking shitty, but it was alive, so I can't really fix it as far as I know. Plus, I don't know how to edit yet, so. Anyways, yeah, in my daily, I just have work one journal. I don't have any specific goal for the week, as with everything else, because the way I broke it down, I found out how much of every goal I needed to reach for the month, and then I broke it down per week, and then I broke it down per day as well, depending on what days I'm working on what. So I also added to all of that, that I need to design part one journal at least 1.5 weeks of the journal each week. So I just added, well, it's somewhat added to the planner. When I finish the setup, it'll be added the rest of the way. But as far as the goals I actually had written down for my work, I met or exceeded every one of them, which is great. That means the process is working. Uh, I had an 8,000 word day. I revealed the cover of one of my books. I signed up a permanent alpha and beta reader for my other platform. I signed up my first street team member for this platform. And part of my other goals that isn't like a, I'm working on them every day, but it's not a C1 paper type of thing, is my subscribers on uh, this platform and my other platform on YouTube as well as on Instagram. So on Sunday morning of the 28th, when I set up everything, I that first day I wrote down how many subscribers or followers I had for each of those. This morning I did the same thing on mine, and every number has grown. Yeah, every number has grown except one, and that is Nicole Heiser Writes on Instagram. So, if you have Instagram, come follow me on Nicole Heiser Writes over on Instagram because I post there like almost every day. And you get daily updates there, or almost daily updates. Uh, I'm also keeping track of my weight on Sundays because that's when I weigh in. I'm trying to lose weight. I did not lose any weight, and I'm still at 180. Uh, as far as my personal goals, I broke them down as well. I did do tarot every morning. I did journaling or scripted journaling 3 of 7 days. But I started strong with drinking water on Sunday and Monday, and then I haven't really drank water at all since then. And I really haven't done anything else either. I haven't exercised at all this week. Uh, at one point during the week, I was struggling to get any work done at all. I just could not focus. So then the days after that, I was trying to catch up. And I've just been focusing on work so much that I haven't really been giving myself time to focus on my personal goals as well. And my personal goals, I need to make just as important because they are for my own growth mentally and physically. And I really need to keep up on those too. So that's going to be a big thing this week and the following weeks is making my personal goals just as important as my work goals. Because honestly, I'm a self published author. I can push the release dates back. I can give myself more time. I don't want to. I want to stick to my schedule, but I'm going to make myself push my schedule back if I can't take care of myself too. Because I need to exercise, I need to read and meditate and journal and do all the things that I want to do for me. Like, I wanted to game this week. And I haven't had a chance. I was going to game tonight after I got the live done. Well, after dinner, after all my work was done before the live, and now I was going to go back to gaming after live. But I was still not done with work. And so that's something I'm going to start focusing on is making my personal goals just as important as my work goals. And the end of this week, if I haven't accomplished at least half of my personal goals, I'm going to have to consider pushing back my work goals, my work schedule just a little bit because I'll have to give myself that leeway, that little bit of extra time to take care of myself too. So we'll see how that goes. Next Sunday when I do a reeval. Uh, I'm thinking about also on Sunday mornings when I do the reevaluation, going ahead and setting up my planner for the week then before I get more work done and filming it as a plan with me every week. So if anybody is interested in that, please let me know so I know that you would be interested in actually watching the videos. Um, but yeah, so I did really well with my work goals. I exceeded or met each of them. I just need to work on my personal goals. Um, the journal is coming along. I haven't worked on it in a couple days because I've been so busy with work. And yesterday I took the entire day off because I was babysitting. Now I don't have to babysit Monday, so the little extra work that I did extra, so I wouldn't be behind not being able to do it Monday, actually put me ahead. So yesterday I was able to completely take the day completely off, not do any work at all. The only thing on my goal list I did yesterday was I got reading done and I did my tarot in the morning. I actually got two books finished that I have been reading for months and had promised because it I got the copies as art copies and I was going to post a review for it, but I've been so behind on everything, I haven't been able to catch up on reading. Plus, my computer decided not to store any more shit, so I couldn't even keep one of them on my computer at all. I had to transfer it, and the other one then came in like a week later, and I couldn't open it anywhere. I didn't have storage anywhere. But I got them all on my Kindle, and I finished reading two of them yesterday and posted the reviews. So I'm like, yes, finally! Like I'm so happy I was able to do that. And I started reading a new book. It was a little unexpected, but there's a uh, Facebook group that I'm in. It's for horror writers, where I write horror on my other platform, and they started doing a uh, monthly book club, and it was one of those things that I voted for too because it would be a virtual thing, and I've never been in a book club, and it's all horror writers, so I kind of geeked out a little bit, and I downloaded the book yesterday, and I read like the prologue, the first line. Oh my god, it was perfect. It was amazing. Just the perfect first line for the book. Um, I only read the prologue, and like I read the prologue and I think 3 pages of the first chapter. But I think I have until the 28th to read that. So that's one of those things that I really want to get done so I can participate in the book club. Um, so I'm excited about that. Also, on there, a lady was asking for female writers that would be interested in helping to write for a horror film. And I've never screenwrote before for film or theater. Well, I sort of did in school. We was required to do it as sort of a project. Plus, I was obsessed with Shakespeare while I was in elementary and middle and high school. Shakespeare, I still love Shakespeare. Um, so I can actually write like theater screenwriting pretty well. Um, but she wanted some writers to help out writing the script to get the dialogue right and everything, so it sounded like it flowed properly. So, like I told her, I don't have any experience, but I would like to give it a shot. So I haven't heard back from her, but that would be pretty cool. And if not, I decided that eventually maybe I will write my own short film or play. I know a couple people that I could possibly collab with. Um, I don't know. I've just been having so many ideas lately about some cool stuff that I want to start doing. Like on this channel, I think I may have mentioned it last time. Uh, for next year, I want to create my own uh, planner. So, because I've never found a planner that 100% fit me. I think planners that are completely customizable are amazing, but still some of the designs don't fit me because it's just not my style. And they could be pretty expensive too. And I'm already very low budget. So, uh, and I'm doing the journals by hand. I'm designing them, printing them, I'm binding them, everything. So I already have all the supplies, except I will be getting a sticker making machine, like a Cricut or a Silhouette or something, and doing stickers for the planner as well, because that's another thing. Like I found some types of stickers I like, but I don't know. I'm a very eclectic person, but when it comes to certain things, I'm very picky. And when it comes to organizing and stuff, like I have to do it a certain way or it doesn't work with me. And if it doesn't work with me, it just the process doesn't work. And I have no idea why it's like that or why I'm like that. It's a thing. But since um since I'll have almost all the supplies before the end of the year, I'm going to get the sticker making machine and a couple other things, and I'm going to create my own planner for next year, or planners, because I do have three other platforms, plus personal goals, plus I'm trying to get a nonprofit charity organization on its feet and ready to take in money by the end of the year. And I also have a giant project I'm working on the side as well. And it's just a lot. So I may have to make myself multiple planners. But if I'm going to go ahead and design one and create one from start to finish, of course I'll be buying the folios for it. I ain't making that shit. But like I can sew and shit, but I don't have the time. I don't. And honestly, I know someone that can sew very well and she makes amazing things. I would pay her to make it how I like and know that it would be perfection exactly and everything that I would want. So, yeah. But since I'm going to be making planners, I am planning on also releasing them for sale for 2022, as well as a uh, journal notebook. It'll probably just be a daily journal. It's just going to be a simple type of journal with like a affirmation on each page and plenty of space to write, and it'll be pretty and shit. But I want I need another couple journals for myself for some other things. Like I have my manifestation journal. I have my book of shadows, but I would like to start daily journaling, just journaling again as well. I kind of feel odd putting just regular journaling in with my manifestation journal. Um, so I I don't know if that'll be a this year thing or next year thing, but I definitely want to make it a thing. I want to make the journals and sell them as well. And the planners I will be making available digitally as well, digital downloads. Um, and next year I want to do a podcast for this platform. I That's something I really want to do. I would like to do a TED talk by the end of next year. I have to get this fixed first, but uh, plus I have to get transportation and money and all that shit. But I I was also thinking about for this channel. Eventually, it'll be after I get a good vlogging camera. I have the money to get a car and stuff, but uh, maybe sometime before the end of the year, or maybe it'll be a next year thing. But I'm thinking about like once a month going and doing a vlog for this channel of a cool place in West Virginia. There are so many cool places that not very many people know about because everybody's scared of West Virginia for good reason. But there are some really cool places like that I have always wanted to go, and I've always wanted to travel, but there's still so many places in West Virginia that I've never been to and I've wanted to explore, and that would give me an excuse to. Like the town where Mothman first showed himself. I am obsessed with going there one day. And I would do a vlog there. Um, Watch the candle, baby. I know quite a few creepy ass places in West Virginia I could do a vlog at. Just not like a ghost hunting type of thing. I would love to do that, but I have a kid and I would never risk bringing something home to her. I can't do that. She's special needs as it is, and uh, demonic and evil spirits like to attack on the weak or vulnerable, which is the kid. And well, that's the first target. And a special needs kid is just special to them. So I would never do that. I wanted to back in the day, but not now that I'm a mom. But I would like to go and show everyone on YouTube the cool places in West Virginia. There's this place that I want to go to that I didn't even know existed in West Virginia until like 2 years ago, and now constantly I'm thinking about like I have to go there. I have to check it out. Like it's not real. It's not going to be real until I get there. I see it with my own damn eyes. But it's like a freaking China palace type of deal in West Virginia. Like the last fucking state you would ever expect to see something like that. It's here. Or it's supposed to be here. I want to go find it one day though. But there's a bunch of places like that I would love to go check out and go see. And I think it would also be cool for everybody else to see it that's from other places in the country that are afraid to come to West Virginia because people here on the sticks and all the rumors and it's just a thing. Like the first time I came back home to West Virginia after discharging from the military and uh I brought home a boyfriend with me. He's a city boy. Well, he was a country boy, but uh, he's one of those country boys that lives actually closer to the city, and they thought that the back roads was country, and it really ain't. Yeah, he's one of those guys. Um, like I don't consider it back roads country until you are like minimum 15 miles away from a big store and minimum 2 miles away from the closest house and surrounded by nothing but woods and random ass roads that seem to go to nowhere but to go on forever. That's back roads country. But first time I brought home to West Virginia, we was traveling here from Virginia in the wintertime and we came to the stretch of highway that we traveled on for hours. I mean, it wasn't but a 4 hour trip, but well, it was a little longer than that because it was wintertime and there was construction and snow and everything else. But I swear it felt like we was on the stretch of highway for 12 hours. It was nothing but straight stretch. The median had tall ass trees just like on either side of us that we could barely see out of except for occasionally. Like the spots where the cops swoop through and catch our ass. Uh, it was middle of the night and the snow was pouring down. Swear throughout that entire time we was on that stretch. I swear it felt like we was on that stretch for like 12 hours. We seen one vehicle going the opposite direction. That was it. The only light outside was from our headlights, and the snow was white. But when you're when you're in a mountainous area with nothing but woods, there is no street lights and shit. Especially a stretch like that. There's no like big road lights or anything like that. It's just straight darkness. And you'll see the occasional house or whatever. But in this stretch, we didn't see a house. We seen one vehicle going the opposite direction. We were lucky we even seen them because the median was covered with trees too. It just happened to be one of those police dips that we was like, hey, there's a vehicle. We're not in the twilight zone. We seen somebody, and the entire time He was freaking out, thinking that I was taking him to some Blair Witch place about to chop him up with an axe and kill him. And like at one point, because we was on that stretch for so long, and we shouldn't have been on that stretch for so long, that it was just the weather making it look like we had been out there for so much longer than we were, and but not seeing people and shit. But because we had to go real slow in the snow and shit too. But we thought we were lost, so I found us a exit, and we were like, okay, we're going to go to the nearest gas station or wherever the fuck we can find, and ask them where the hell we are. We went to three exits. All three, there was a gas station, nothing else. Everything was shut down and dark and not a damn person in sight. And I grew up, born and raised West Baghdad, Virginia, and I was like, okay, this is getting a little freaky. And then when we finally got here, and I was showing around all my different spots, and I was taking them down the back roads and shit, because that's the only way we travel. Because that was before I lived anywhere close to town. Um, he was constantly like, every time we'd hit another spot, he'd be like, seriously, like this is creepy. Like you're going to drop me off at some Blair Witch fucking woods. I'm like, no. But West Virginia's got plenty of hiding holes. If you ever need to scare the hell out of somebody. But he was just constantly always freaked out, and really it's just a back road. That's all it is. Back road full of woods, or surrounded by woods. But doing videos like that where I can show really cool different spots in West Virginia might help ease people's minds a little bit. Because it's not all creepy. West Virginia is one of, if not the most beautiful state in the country. And like I lived in Texas for a while, and Texas is like my second home. It is one of the most beautiful places in the country. And granted, I've only been to like 6 or 7 different states, but the mountains of West Virginia are in my veins. Like this place is beautiful. It could be a really messed up state to live in sometimes, but it's beautiful. And I would like to be able to do like a monthly vlog where I take y'all on a little adventure to a new area and just show you different spots. I could show you like when my memoir comes out this year, like I can take you on a vlog and show you the falls that we used to go to down the Meadow River or down the old road where my granny's building was actually the original covered bridge, the original road through the area before they put in the new road. Uh, I could show you the school where she not only went to school in, but went to not teach. She was a cook in throughout her whole life until she stopped working. Uh, there's a black cemetery up the road. absolutely hate racism and segregation, and I don't mean it like that in any way. It's just you don't see that very much. And uh, some people don't know, but if you ever watch October Sky, about the boy that designs the first ever rocket ship, like the first prototype of a rocket ship to go into space, the coal mine in that entire movie is based in West Virginia. The I think he was a welder in the coal mines in October Sky. My granny knew him. My granny lived to be 104 or 5 when she passed away. My granny knew that man. My granny lived in a time when Doc Holliday lived. She lived through the Depression. I could show you coal mines and show you actual heritage of West Virginia and all kinds of things. We have some really cool, fascinating things. And we have some really hilarious things, like towns that are so small that the only officer in town is also the sheriff and the mayor, and he got a DUI, and he had to ground himself from using his patrol car, so he patrolled on foot through town. And have an uncle that was the first person that I've ever heard of being kicked out of jail because his drunken ass kept making pig noises and snorts to the cops and asked where the donuts were. West Virginia can be an amazing, beautiful, historical, great place. And it can also be fucking hilarious because we're just a bunch of hillbillies. And it's not a bad thing. So doing a monthly vlog like that can really show y'all the true West Virginia, not just what you see on TV and movies and shit. Uh, yeah, I have a lot of plans. I I don't know if I'll be able to do it this year or not. Maybe starting next year, I want to do speaking events, uh, focusing on different things that I've been through and like that are in my memoir and things that help you get through in the self development journals. Um, it's part of the reason that I've been trying to work on my public speaking because I would really like to do a speaking event and I would love to do a TED talk eventually. Um, Again, I gotta get this fixed first. Um, I want to do a podcast next year. I have a mastermind group set up in Facebook right now for everyone that reads my memoir and works through the journals, even if it's just one of the journals. Uh, you'll be invited to the Facebook mastermind group, or if you bought like the memoir online and you want to come into the mastermind group as well before you get your journal, or whatever, the there will be links in the book. But the mastermind group will be specifically just for people that want to or have already worked through the self development journals and are committed to changing the past in their lives and leveling up to actually having their dream life. It's going to be a supportive mastermind group that not only supports, but we can talk to one another constantly. We can talk about our stories, talk about what we're working on, what we've gone through, and just all of it. And maybe in some way help the members find their soul tribe. Um, so yeah, the mastermind group is going to be, it's already created. I just haven't added anyone or allowed anyone to enter because I want it to be just for people that have read the memoir and started the journals. Um, I want to have another mastermind group or join a mastermind group that is just for people that want to practice self love and self care and development and learning and leveling up in their lives and creating new paths for their lives, enjoying the journey. Um, I don't know, soon. But I'm going to leave it here for the night. We're already at 46, almost 47 minutes. I didn't expect this to go on for so long tonight because I just ended up chatting again. Um, but that's going to be it for tonight's Sunday chat. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, uh, I'm trying to think. Discord. I don't have a Patreon set up yet, but I will. I just realized that there's a Patreon icon up there, but I don't have one set up yet. But I will, and I'll announce it when I do. Follow me at Nicole Heiser Writes on all the platforms. Go to NicoleHeiserWrites.com and subscribe to my newsletter. I will also be opening signups to alpha and beta readers for this nonfiction platform very soon. Specifically, I would like alpha and beta readers for all of my books through this platform. But I would also really love to find at least two or three people that are willing to read the memoir and work through the three self development journals. They will take you through 6 months of self development, so it's a commitment. But I think that even when you have a great life and you're content, um, I think they will still help you level up in your life. And I would really like to get a few people that are willing to commit to doing that so I can know that they actually work the way I am trying to make sure that they work. Like I said, I am only halfway through designing the first journal. I won't show it tonight because it's already almost an hour, but next Sunday chat, I will bring up the document as long as it'll load. Uh, I think the journal document is just really large or something. It doesn't like to be up with anything else, but I'll try to bring it up just really fast during next week's Sunday chat and show y'all just on my screen a glimpse of what it looks like because I think they're looking awesome and beautiful. Um, And that way I can get y'all's opinion about it too. But we've been in here almost an hour. It is almost 10 o'clock. I have to get my kid to bed. I have to set up my planner for next week or this week. And I still have to finish writing a short story before I could go to bed. So I'm going to let you go so I could go and get everything done. Um, so if you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel and ring that little notification bell to be notified the next time I go live or post another video so you don't miss any of the next updates. Also, if you subscribe to my newsletter, you will get freebies and be updated personally once a month and get all the details before anyone else. And subscribe to my Instagram because I update and post there almost every single day. So that way you can see everything early there too. Um, so have a great, relaxing night or day wherever you're at. And remember, be yourself and love who you are at whatever phase of life you're in right now. And if you celebrate, I hope you had a great Easter. If you don't celebrate, I hope you had an amazing day. And remember to love yourself because you deserve all the love and acceptance. And we don't always have other people that do that for us, but we damn sure need to make sure we can love and accept ourselves. Stay safe. Bye.